Trek is a experience the youth have that we get to experience basically what the pioneers felt when they came across the plains to the Salt Lake Valley.
Well, Trek for me, it makes me think of the pioneers, because that's what it is basically. The pioneers went across the plains to Salt Lake City to find Zion.
We had our stuff in hand carts, we pushed carts, had families, not lost people, but like had people that were hurt and had to push them and everything, and had to do what they did.
Trek made the story of the pioneers more real for me, because when we learned about them, it was just a story, and I had a really hard time applying it to me in my own life to experience what they felt. And so Trek was really nice for me to make that more of a reality for me and less of a story. And it really taught me that pioneers went through a lot and it was really hard for them, and yet we still did it.
So a Trek family is organized with different young men and young women just put together, and they have two leaders be their ma and pa. So you essentially have a new family, and they're your new brothers and sisters, and you work as a family and you just do things together. I really enjoyed all of it. I've always looked forward to doing Trek because of my older brothers, and so I've always heard great things from Trek. And so I just really enjoyed being there and just talking with people as we walked and doing things with people like the dancing and learning new things and just experiencing it all.
Just going on the trail the whole way, it was really fun because we had water bottles, just little spray water bottles, and we were just spray each other on the backs and spray each other. It was really hot and it felt really good.
I really liked walking a lot and pushing the hand carts. It's just fun just to talk to everyone and push the hand carts.
It was really nice having the Adamsons as my family because they've already been kind of second parents to me. It was really fun because Sister Adamson read a lot of stories about the pioneers, and she was doing that way before Trek as well.
The funnest part of Trek was probably playing the games. When we played all these games, when we played with stilts, when we played Danish baseball, when we jump rope, it was super fun. That was probably my favorite part.
The dust, oh man.
Oh yeah, the wind and the dust was horrible, especially the dust. Dirt would always get in your face.
The wind would pick up, blow it in your eyes, and you couldn't see anything. Run into the people in front of you.
Of course, the women's pole, that was a really building experience for me.
They were pulling through this deep sand. They looked like they were doing fine, but they probably were really struggling and really working hard.
I have always known that I can do hard things, but it kind of just re-entered into my head that you can do hard things, whether it's physical, whether it's mental. You can push through with the help of sisters or your family.
Even though the women had to do this and it was really hard for them, it just made me feel like women can do anything. Even if a man's not with them, or even if one of their men died or something or got hurt or something, they were still able to do it, and it made me feel really good that they were able to do it.
I think the hardest part was watching Sister Adamson pull Brother Adamson up the hill.
She represented someone that had to do it on her own. Her husband got hurt, and he's just leave me behind, and she's I won't do that. So she put him in a handcart and pushed him for a long period of time, and we did a representation of it, I guess, and she pushed him up the hill, and that was really hard to watch her do it on her own.
It was really hard to watch. I don't like watching people struggle.
I learned a lot from Trek. I learned that basically what my ancestor went through. He traveled across the plains and he lost his wife on the way. just getting a small perspective of what he went through. It was an amazing experience.
I feel like Trek has made me a better person because it showed me what I can do physically and mentally, as well as push me to my limits and see what I can do to help others overcome things as well. And if they're the same thing as me or if it's something different, I can find a way to relate to them and help them through their hard trials.
I learned that you can do hard things. I learned that you need to be helpful in no matter what it is, just in your everyday life, you need to be helpful.